Hi, I'm Louise and I want to share with you about doing a car boot. I did one at Stickney in Lincolnshire yesterday. It's a favourite car boot of mine to go to buy as well as to sell. I tend to do a car boot twice a year, 3 times a year maybe. It's a really good way to get rid of things and a really good way to have a good old clear out. I've talked to a lot of my friends about it and a lot of them would like to do it but feel really daunted about going on their own. They hear stories about dealers dragging everything out the car and being overwhelmed and I'm really worried about it. So I just thought I'd share some tips about how you can make it fun and get rid of all your items. So the night before or the day before, get your car packed. I would price everything. Even if it's a case of, like I do, I'll have a table everything for £1 or a table everything for 50p, or certainly higher priced items, put a sticker on it. Because if you do get there and you find the dealers are there, especially if you're a fresh face, they're all out there looking for stock. So don't be put off by that, because if you get what you want for an item and then they go and put it on their store for double, does that matter? It's a win-win for everybody. They gain something, you gain what you wanted for it. So great, makes the world go round. So don't get upset about that if you see something you've sold for double later on. As long as you're happy with what you've got for it, that's all that matters. So yes, price it, because then when you get there, you're not overwhelmed. You are going to be tired. If you're a bit nervous, you know, even now after years, because I used to do the antique fairs as well, I still get butterflies in my tummy just before I get there. Once I've got all my tables out, I'm absolutely fine. So yes, if you can borrow tables, I would say get it up off the floor if you can, because you're in amongst an awful lot of people and you do want to stand out, and after a while people start to get a bit lazy or overwhelmed, if you like, because they don't want to be rooting around on the floor. So if you can get it up on tables, it's even better. So that's it, priced, car loaded. Make sure you've got snacks and drinks for in the morning, and make sure you've got a float, and also have whatever your pitch fees ready. Now when you go into car boots, most of them have Facebook pages. You can go onto Facebook, you know, tabletop car boot sales within a certain area. We definitely have them in Lincolnshire, there's quite a few, and it's a really good way of checking, especially if the weather looks like it might be a little bit off. You can check the night before whether it's on or not. I would say if it's going to rain and it gives any indication it might rain, don't go. Why get everything soaked? People won't be buying. It's a waste of your time. And let's face it, part of the fun is sitting there in the sunshine and enjoying it as well. So unless you've got a car that you feel happy to sit in with the car door open, fold up chair so you can sit in comfort, and plus you get to chat to people then as well. So those are my tips for the day before.
Well, it's 10 to 5 in the morning. I'm up and I'm ready to go. The car's packed and we're off to Stickney to the car boot. Just a little worried about this rather gorgeous pink sky this morning. I'm not sure what that's forewarning with its red sky, but we shall hope it stays sunny. Well, as you can see, we are jam-packed to the rafters. It's already really, really warm. You can tell because my hair's going wavy with the humidity already. I have a cup with coffee in. I've got water. I've got some grapes. I've got some fruit because it's actually almost too hot to eat today. So yeah, I've got my float. That's really important. So I think I'm ready. So I'll show you what it's like when we get there, what we do, and hopefully have some fun as well. See you later. So it's 5:45, well actually 20 to 6, which was my planned time for getting here. I find if you get here too early, you're just milling around with all the traders. And at this time of day, I can go a little bit further up the field and be near the loos, which actually when you're on your own is quite important. Obviously I am on private ground now, I'm not on a main road, which is why I'm filming. But yeah, you can see how many people are here already. It's a really busy one and it's really good fun here. So the minute you get there and you draw up, just chat to the person in front of you and just ask how much room that they're going to want.
It just makes for a, you know, pleasant environment if you're getting on well with your neighbours. And then I get my tables out, and again, for the person behind me, if there's somebody coming straight up behind me, I will put a box there so they know how far I want for setting out. I like to use bright green cloths on my tables. The tables are a bit scruffy and old now, and it makes everything look cleaner and tidier, and it also helps to make things stand out. What I would say is pull your cloths back. Don't let them dangle down at the front, or because they can be very attractive for dogs walking by too. For want of a better expression. So yeah, pull the longer edge so it's at the back, and then just keep a small edge along the front. A bit of my own advice I should have thought of was to have something waterproof on your feet in the morning. The grasses can be long and it can be wet, and I thought with it being warm it wouldn't be as heavy dew, but yeah, I had wet feet for quite a while till I dried out. Another thing people ask is what to take, what can you sell? And I think the answer to that is you can sell absolutely anything. But what I would say is don't take anything broken, and don't take anything especially electrical that doesn't work. I remember a long time ago I actually bought a kettle from a car boot because I needed something to boil water when I was working outside, and I got electrocuted by it. Luckily it wasn't a serious electrocution, but I would never ever buy anything like that from a car boot again. So yeah, unless you would want it yourself, unless you would use it yourself, that's my benchmark, if you like. If it's dirty, if it's stained, if it's ripped, and if it's broken, it needs to go in a bin. If you wouldn't give it to charity shops, it needs to go in a bin. So yeah, that's what I would take. Absolutely anything. People, and you will really enjoy talking to people, because sometimes they'll buy something and they tell you what they're going to do with it, and I love to hear their stories. I love to hear people's imaginations, how they're going to recycle things, and I think that's part of the fun of being there. So it was a great morning, really busy, flat out until 8:30, which was great. What I would say when you're selling is have a bit of banter with people, talk about the weather, talk about the football, talk about something that might interest you. Don't try and sell. I think that can be really off-putting. It's a bit like when you go into a shop and people pounce on you, and I'm straight out the door. I really don't like that. So let people browse, but make eye contact and have a chat with people and have some fun. Well, by 11 o'clock it's all over. So what do? I pack up the last little bits that I've got left. As you can see, there's boxes here and they're ready to drop off on the charity shop on the way home. And I've got a bundle of fabric remnants which I'm going to put together, and literally I'll probably sell them on Marketplace as a job lot. So I've had a really good day. Yep, it's been hot. I've just got in my truck and it's 26 degrees. It was only meant to be 21 and cloudy today, so I think we've done well to survive, but I'm definitely feeling the heat. See you later. So just to round up and finish off, I thought you might like to know the costs. A pitch fee at Stickney is £5. One of the reasons I go there is because you're allowed as much space as you want. The staff are just a joy. They're really kind, really lovely people. There is lots of toilets, lots of food stalls, which are really nice food stalls as well. So it's just a really nice environment, lots of pathways, as you saw the road going in, great road. So those are some of the things that I look for in a car boot. And then to tell you what I took for the day, I took, look, £105.50. Well, I know that's not loads, but for selling things what I was doing at £1, and as you saw in the store, you know, 3 things for £1 or 50p, I shifted a lot of stuff. I met some lovely people, had some great conversations, and for a morning, you know, I was home again by 12:30. But it was a fun morning and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you've taken something useful from these videos, and that you're encouraged to go there and have some fun and do one for yourself. And things that especially I know people look for are children's toys, collectibles, clothing, you name it. But like you saw probably from my stall, it can be the most random things. I had fabric samples on there, I had knickknacks, just bits and bobs that got accumulated over time, and too good to throw away. And then, like I say, on the way home, anything left over goes to the charity shop, or if I've got any odd clothing or bits that I don't even think the charity shop will want, then they go in the clothing bins, or they go off for recycling. So I don't bring anything back with me if I can help it. And then it's a clean slate again, and then I've got another whole year to accumulate more. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.